walk into this room at your own risk, because it leads to the future. Not a future that will be, but one that might be. This is not a new world. It is simply an extension of what began in the old one. It has patterned itself after every dictator who has ever planted the ripping imprint of a boot on the pages of history since the beginning of time. It has refinements, technological advances, and a more sophisticated approach to the destruction of human freedom. But like every one of the superstates that preceded it, it has one iron rule. Logic is an enemy and truth is a menace. Any state, any entity, any ideology that fails to recognize the worth, the dignity, the rights of man, that state is obsolete. A case to be filed under M for Mankind in the Twilight Zone.
Ja, mensen, daar leven wij in de Twilight Zone. Hallo allemaal, daar zijn we er weer. RHTV live vanuit het mooie Maastricht. Ja, even intypen, Maastricht. Zo, kijk, daar, het uiterste zuiden van het land. Alhoewel, er is nog altijd Vaals. Ja, dat is nog zuidelijker. Maar goed. Hier is Vaals. Goed. We gaan het natuurlijk hebben over politiek. Ja. En heel veel mensen vinden dat saai. Heel veel mensen hebben zoiets van, moet het nou politiek? Echt waar, serieus? Waar moeten we elke keer over politiek gaan? Nou, dat is om een beter beeld te kunnen geven van wat er allemaal gebeurt. Ja. En zoals we weten is er in Oekraïne een oorlog gaande. En dit is niet de eerste oorlog wat gevochten werd. Nee, een hele tijd terug had je ook een oorlog dat gevochten werd. Ja. De Krimoorlog. En de Krimoorlog, dat is bekend als de eerste oorlog waar beelden vandaan kwamen. Ja, dus dan zag je ook echt lijken op het slagveld en zoiets allemaal. Ja, en daar is dus een documentaire van uit. Ja, dat staat op YouTube. The First Crimean War. Ja, to be photographed. Dus, we gaan even een stukje daarnaar kijken. Even om dingen in context te plaatsen.
At dawn, 150 years ago, an army of British, French and Turkish soldiers landed on Russia's southern shore.
By 12 o'clock, that barren and desolate beach, inhabited by wildfowl only a short time before, was swarming with life. We are an army of occupation at last.
Soon that desolate terrain would be teeming with corpses. 1 million soldiers and civilians dead by the end of the war.
Today we count 160 dead of the 600 men of our regiment who landed a month ago. Our splendid band is quite silenced. The big drummer has been killed by a round shot. The first clarinet is dead of cholera. And the poor child who played the cymbals has lost a leg.
Years later, one of Russia's first filmmakers put these old survivors on parade once more. Russian, British and French veterans of the Crimean War stared uncertainly into the 20th century. They'd fought in a war which straddles the frontier between myth and the modern world. These are the men who fought at Inkerman, Alma and Balaclava. These are the men who charged into the Valley of Death and into the legends of war.
Cannon to right of them, cannon to left of them, cannon in front of them, volleyed and thundered. Stormed out with shot and shell, boldly they rode, and well, into the jaws of death, into the mouth of hell, rode the 600.
But on the front line where the poets didn't go were the first war photographers and war correspondents. This story of the Crimean War is told by the diaries and letters, the paintings and photographs of those who were actually there. The accounts they left make this war unique. Never before had the British public heard so clearly what glorious war was really like.
A large number of sick and, I fear, dying men were sent into Balaclava today. They formed one of the most ghastly processions that ever poet imagined. With closed eyes, open mouths, and ghastly attenuated breath visible in the frosty air alone showing they were still alive. As the apparitions passed, the only remarks the soldiers made were such as these. There's one poor fellow out of pain anyway.
They had died in a war which changed the map of Europe forever.
Nou, daar kunnen jullie het zien, mensen. De eerste beelden van een oorlog. Ja. Dat was dus de Krimoorlog. En oorlogen komen en gaan. En zoiets. En ja, het is heel triest wat er destijds gebeurde. Om het even kort uit te leggen. Je had het Ottomaanse Rijk. Dat was dus Turkije, Syrië, Jordanië, Irak. Een stuk van Saoedi-Arabië, Egypte, Libië. Noordelijke front van Libië en Egypte. Dat was allemaal het Ottomaanse Rijk. Ja? Helemaal tot aan de Balkan toe. Sommige landen in de Balkan waren ook van Ottomaans Rijk. Nou, daar heb je de Russische Rijk. Ja, Rusland ligt dus hierboven. Waar dus eigenlijk ook Oekraïne en Wit-Rusland, Litouwen en al die andere landen bij hoorden. Ja, dit was een Rusland, zeg maar. Ja. Dus ja, en het werd hier gevochten. Frankrijk had met Duitsland ruzie onder Napoleon III. Ja. Er was een neef van Napoleon, dat Tweede Franse Rijk had hij uitgeroepen. En Frankrijk en Duitsland lagen elkaar niet echt. Ja, hebben ze een oorlog gevochten. Otto van Bismarck en zoiets. Ja, van Bismarck, wacht even, dat is de Eerste Wereldoorlog. Maar ja, Duitsland had toen gewonnen. Ja, gingen Parijs innemen en zoiets. En ja, Frankrijk had gecapituleerd. Maar voordat die oorlog er was, tussen Duitsland en Frankrijk, heeft Frankrijk samen met Engeland een alliantie gemaakt met de Ottomaanse Rijk Ja, om dus Rusland te gaan pakken, de Krim. Ja. Dus onvoorstelbaar allemaal. Ja, dat is een stukje geschiedenis. En ja, heel veel mensen vergeten dat gewoon. Ja, boeien. Ja, maakt het uit. Toch geschiedenis, hè? Ja. Maar van geschiedenis leer je. Ja. Dus, en dat is de bedoeling, hè, dat we hiervan leren. Ja, goed. Ik heb ook bij RHTVLive heel vaak gewaarschuwd. Neem geen prikje. Geen prikje nemen. Nee, niet doen. Niet doen. Want het is onbekend. Ja, en wat zien we hier op Twitter? Zien we dus iemand die vraagt aan Pfizer hoe het nou precies zit. We gaan even hier naar kijken. Even terugspoelen. Zo. En natuurlijk, ja, geluid aan. Oh ja, ik moet de microfoon uit daar. Anders krijg je weer echo. Nou.
If yes, are you willing to share the data with this committee? And I really want a straight answer, yes or no, and I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much.
Regarding the question around, did we know about stopping humanisation before it's entered the market? No. We had to really move at the speed of science to really understand what is taking place in the market.
This is scandalous. Millions of people worldwide felt forced to get vaccinated because of the myth that you do it for others. Now this turned out to be a cheap lie. This should be exposed. Please share this video.
Well, we just did. We just shared the video and we showed that's all fraud. You know. We hebben het laten zien, mensen. Het gaat allemaal om geld. Het gaat niet om jouw gezondheid. En dat is ook nooit de bedoeling geweest. It was never about public health. It was about public power. Ja, daar ging het om, mensen. Publieke macht. BOA's die in één keer voor je neus staan. U bent niet 1,5 meter afstand. Ja, het is onvoorstelbaar. Er is zelfs een gezin geweest, die had een verjaardag. En die ging dat buiten vieren. En dan komt meneertje Boa langs. Ja, jullie zijn niet 1,5 meter van elkaar af. Dat is dan €400 boete per persoon. En dat is dan de macht van de staat, hè? Snap je? So, for the English-speaking people, right? There are like not really law enforcers, like cops, but people that try to keep the streets clean. The BOA, we call them, right? Which is a grade lower than a cop, basically. And they were checking out people if the distance was being held and stuff like that. And there was this guy who had a birthday, and invited family, and they were not allowed with so many people inside, so they sat outside. And this guy, this BOA, comes along. Oh, you're not, you're not that far apart. You're going to get a fine, €400 per person. Really, really amazing. But this is the power of the state. De macht van de staat. Ja, dat moeten we niet hebben. Ja. Dus we gaan ook even kijken in de wereld natuurlijk. Niet alleen de Krim, dat hebben we toen net aangetoond. And for the English-speaking viewers, right? I just showed you guys the first war that's been photographed. Yeah, the Crimean War. Very interesting to look at, right? So we're also going to take a look at Haiti. Now let's type that in. Where is Haiti? Oh, Haiti. There you go. There we are in Haiti. Yep. And what is happening in Haiti? Well, unrest. Ja, er gebeurt onrust daar zo. Het is al een hele tijd een onrustige factor. We hebben dus een president gehad die omgelegd werd en zoiets. So there was this president of Haiti and he was assassinated a couple of years ago. And ever since there's a power vacuum. Een machtsvacuum heerst daar eigenlijk sinds die tijd. En ja, we gaan even kijken naar de beelden van Haiti. Ja, want mensen komen weer in opstand. Eerst even de microfoon uit.
Crowds of people move through the Haitian capital, Port-au-Prince. They're angry over a rising cost of living and a lack of jobs, and the Prime Minister's decision to ask for help from other countries to calm unrest. This man shouting against the need for foreign troops. The police respond with tear gas.
Unemployment, the high cost of living, insecurity. It is for all these reasons that I'm in the street.
Haiti's economy has almost ground to a halt since a coalition of gangs blocked a major fuel terminal last month. The lack of gas and diesel has crippled transport and forced businesses and hospitals to close. The Prime Minister has asked for UN and international help in the form of troops.
He urged the international community, including members of the Security Council, to consider as a matter of urgency the request by the Haitian government for the immediate deployment of an international specialized armed force to address the humanitarian crisis.
The latest unrest has also led to a lack of clean drinking water. That has caused an outbreak of cholera. The last case was reported 3 years ago, following an outbreak in 2010 linked to UN peacekeepers. 10,000 people died as a result. Many people in Haiti say international support has never helped them before, and they want the Prime Minister to resign.
This request is an unconstitutional act. This is an act against the state. It is an action against the Haitian people's demands who want a free country where everyone can eat, have health care, and live like human beings.
Haiti has had 12 prime ministers since an earthquake in 2010 flattened homes and infrastructure in many areas. Since then, the country has received more than $13 billion in aid. However, most are still struggling to even afford food and clean water. Leah.
Nou, daar kunnen we het zien hoe het eraan toe gaat in Haiti. En heel erg triest dat dit gebeurt. Very sad that this is happening. You know, as I've said, right? Power vacuum. And yeah, we've been watching this for a couple of years. And it's going from bad to worse. We bekijken het al een aantal jaar en we zien het steeds verslechteren. En ja, heel erg triest wat hier gebeurt. ik wens dat die mensen ook een goed leven hebben in Haiti. En ja, de macht is dusdanig er niet dat het gewoon eigenlijk een anarchistisch land is geworden. Ja, it's an anarchic state, basically, you know, and there is no power that would, you know, give the people benefits and stuff like that. So ja, heel erg moeilijk om hier nog stabiliteit in te kunnen vinden. Ja. Dus even kijken. Oh ja. We're also going to look at the war, right? The Ukraine war. We started off with the first Crimean War that's been photographed. Very interesting. And we're going to take a look at the situation now, right? And let's see what we got here. We have Belarus, which is part of the Russian Federation, right? Very close partners with each other. And we're going to take a look at this here. Belarus defends joint force with Russian troops. The clip has music in it, so we're not going to play music. But here we see the deployment from Belarus. So very, very interesting things to look at, right? This is a shift in the geopolitical sphere. So it's very, very, you know, what's going to happen? We don't know. We have no idea what's going to happen. We saw that the bridge in Crimea was blown to bits, basically. And the Russian response was to bomb Kiev and other cities within Russia, or, I mean, not Russia, Ukraine, right? And yeah, now we have a partner of the Russian Federation joining the war. And we also know that there are foreign troops in Ukraine, right? And we know that they are fighting for Ukraine and being held captive by the Russian army and stuff like that. And we know that the Ukrainian army, you know, they shoot their own people. And we're not choosing sides. We're not saying this is bad or that is bad. War is bad. We do not want war. Wij willen geen oorlog. En nu heb je dus Wit-Rusland die zich in de geopolitieke schaakspel zich mee bemoeit. En ja, komt toch steeds een klein stukje dichterbij Nederland. Ja. So if there's a bomb that falls in Poland, right? Then the NATO can say, "Hey, we are being attacked here. We are being attacked." So and the nearest bomb that fell was not very far from the border. Forgot oh yeah, Lviv. There were bombs falling there. And, you know, it's not very far from Poland. Ja. Dus in Lviv zijn ook bommen gevallen. En als de bommen op Poolse grondgebied komen, dan kan NATO zeggen van nou, we worden aangevallen hier. En dan heb je een full-scale war. Then we're talking about a full-scale war. You know? And the NATO allies are arming Ukraine basically. And, you know, supplying troops and stuff like that. You're from Italy. Here you go. Here you have a Ukrainian jacket, you know. And now you're a Ukrainian fighter. And this is how the war keeps going on, right? We want peace. Peace talks. Yep. Wij willen vrede, mensen. We willen niet dat de oorlog zich nog uitbreidt naar andere landen toe. We hebben het ook gezien in Moldavië, bij de grens. Daar heb je ook een Russische enclave. En Transnistria. Yeah, you probably never heard of that, right? It's in Moldova, and it's a Russian enclave, basically in Moldova. You know, and yeah, they were attacked during this war in Ukraine a couple of months ago, right? Een paar maanden terug. Dus ja, toen werden ze aangevallen. En we willen vrede. We want peace. We do not want war. So we saw the very big bridge explosion happening. Let's see if we can. Here, this is what, you know, what we need: peace. We need peace, not war. Peace talks. So 8 uur, dan is onze vriend Frankie live. En ja, dat is wat we nodig hebben. Peace, vrede. We gaan even kijken naar de brug. We're going to watch the bridge blow apart, right? And very, very sad to see how many people have died, and the structural damage and stuff like that. Very, very sad to see. Even kijken. We're going to show you guys the first clip here, The Guardian. Oh, let's go back a bit. Wait. So. So in retaliation, bombs fell in Kiev and other cities in Ukraine, right? So the war is not over yet, and it could be that we are seeing the beginning stages of a global war, right? A world war, even though it is a world war, but by proxy, right? So maybe we'll see the Collective Security Treaty Organization deal with the Ukraine situation. Let's put that on screen. CSTO. There you have it, Collective Security Treaty Organization. The Collective Security Treaty Organization is an intergovernmental military alliance in Eurasia consisting of 6 post-Soviet states: Armenia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, and Tajikistan. Yeah. So maybe they will, put some weight in the fight. Who knows? Who knows? And, there's so much happening, people. Er gebeurt zo ontzettend veel. We're also going to look at Bangladesh. Now, what is happening in Bangladesh, or what has happened, was a power outage. Blackouts. No more power in Bangladesh. We're going to take a look at that. Here, power back in Bangladesh after blackout. Here you see people using candles and stuff like that. We're back to the 18th or 19th century, and yeah, this is happening. This is happening. This is due to the oil crisis, the expenses of energy and stuff like that. So they're very energy dependent. And yeah, if they have no energy, then you have a very big crisis on your hands. So we will be at Frankie's live show. So ja, daar gaan we naartoe. We gaan straks naar Frankie toe. Ik denk dat hij live gaat. I think he's going live. I don't know. But we will see. Even kijken. YouTube. C3T4S. Onthoud dat. C3T4S. Ja. Let's see. C3T4S. There you go. Peace talks. That is what we need. Yeah, peace talks. So I will see you there. We gaan daar naartoe, naar de peace talks van onze Frankie. En ja, ik hoop de mensen weer geïnformeerd te hebben. Dat doen we dus bij RHTVLive. We informeren de mensen. En ja, meer kun je niet doen. Meer kun je niet doen. Dus ja, er valt nog heel veel andere dingen te zeggen. Maar we gaan naar de Peace Talks toe. En we hopen je daar te zien. Ja, we will go to the Peace Talks. And let's hope that we will see each other there. En ja, daar gaan we dan verder praten, mensen. Met Frankie. Een beroemde filosoof. En een vrijheidsvechter. En zoiets. Dus, even kijken. 35 minuten. Ja, normaal doen we een uur, hè. Normally we have an hour of live stream, but at the last minute we heard that there were peace talks, so we are going to go. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. I hope you shared, liked, and subscribed to RHTVLive. We doen het in 2 talen, in 2 languages, and we zien ons later weer. We'll see each other at Frankie's. Bye-bye.